approach the spring heads from below because I don't ever want to contaminate above it.
So you're proposing we dig this out a bit?
Yeah, you can see there's a flow there, but it's really slow. And I usually will do a visual inspection to make sure there's not a big clump of
bear poo.
Yeah, right on top of us. But since this is bubbling right out of the earth, if we clean this out, make a little channel so it can flow a little better and make this basin a little deeper, then we'll go do our fire walk, find our fire materials while this is clearing, and when we come back it'll be clear for a drink. So we're just going to make a basin here, and where the water's coming in, you can see it's such a small flow. We're going to kind of put a channel here that will make this flow faster. And what I want to do is clean out the water that's been sitting in here, and let's make it have some fresh water. I want what's in the earth now, what's clean, not what's been here, because I don't know what's happened here. You know, probably not necessary. I've had water from these spring heads all my life, and never once gotten sick. And I don't always do this, but since we've got a group of guys here and our water needs might be a little larger, I wanted enough capacity here. Let's say we make a container, we can come in here and dip, or if we wanted to, maybe we find a Coke bottle or something, you know, and we get fire going, or an old glass bottle you can sterilize with the heat, and then we could come down and use that as a canteen. I just like a basin, because some of these things are so shallow, it's only like 1 inch deep, and it's harder.
You'll be sucking the muck up off the bottom.
Yeah, you disturb it, you get all the sediment. Yeah. Not that it'll kill you, but it's just like if we're gonna be here for 2 days, it's worth taking 10 minutes and doing the thing, you know?
So I've been swimming and drinking out of creeks around here my entire life. And that probably gives me a little bit of resistance to any kind of
well, that's a good point too.
Critters and creepers.
If you're operating in an area that your body is already familiar with the bacteria, that's one thing. But if you, let's say the plane crashes while you're on vacation and you've never been there before, that changes things. And same for me. I'm very familiar with all the bacteria around here, so my body's probably good to go with it. If you can zoom in on this, you can already see what's happening. So you can already see what's happening. The water is starting to clear in the upper section where it's coming out of the earth, and you can see a little sediment disturbance here. And in time, this whole thing will become clear again, and that's when we're going to know it's okay to drink. But before I leave, I'm actually going to take a stick and go in there and drill that hole out, and I really want to get that flow good. Moving water is desirable as opposed to still water.
That's flowing good.
You know, every area has its blessings and its curses. And the blessing of this area, in this area, is water. And the curse in this area are ticks, rattlers, copperheads, and wintertime. Wintertime can get tough up high in the mountains. See, over time, these springs just kind of get jammed. The ground collapses and run off. And see, I'm getting down to all rocks right now. And that's a good sign. If it's, see, I'm not even feeling dirt anymore. I'm feeling rock. And I feel really confident about this water. Like really confident. But the temperature here is remarkable. I mean, my hand is almost going numb. It's so cool in here, which indicates that this would be a good place for refrigeration. If we were to dig a spot out, I wouldn't put it up here because I don't want to contaminate the water. But down below here, what I could do is I could dig a hole right next to this outage below the basin, so I'm not contaminating the source of the water. You know, even if I had my equipment with me, I would still be doing this because I might want to dip my canteen cup in there and just sit back and drink. You know, even if you have a container or a canteen, you want to fill this canteen first. You know, make sure your body is hydrated before you worry about containers or secondary means like that.
By far the easiest way to carry water is in the belly, 100%. Sure. If you can drink your fill first thing in the morning, it'll last you throughout the day. Maybe again at lunchtime, something like that, and then before bed, fill up on it, and you'll be good to go. There's no need to carry that canteen around if you can.
Yeah, so we situated our shelter. How far would you say? that way from here.
100 yards?
About 100 yards-ish.
Maybe.
And that's a good thing. And, you know, we're not going to contaminate this. Notice we approach from the bottom. I'm never going to come in from the top. Nobody's going to pee or poop in this area.
I'm going to pee right there before
Negative, sir. And, you know, if we handle a kill, which we're not going to do because we're not licensed to trap on this expedition, so we're not going to kill or trap anything. But if we did, we obviously wouldn't handle gut piles or any of that filth in proximity to our water. You know, we treat this area as sacred because it is. Anytime water bubbles out of the earth, man, that's a gift. And it seems like in modern times we're really not taking care of our resources, and water is one of those resources that everybody, you know, rich, poor, young, old, everybody has that in common, and we got to take care of it. We all have to have it. The animals need it, plants need it, we need it, and without it we die. There is no life. This is the blood of the earth, so it's special. Feel how cold that is. My hand is numb.
Oh yeah.
Imagine what this is, man. Like another month, you won't be able to touch it.
That's brisk. So that's one reason why I'm creating a welcome mat here with some ferns. So you can see Alan's knees are soaked from kneeling down in the muck and the mud. If this was a cold situation, a colder climate, you want to keep your pants as dry as you can because they can wick up the water. So if I can kneel down on something dry, kind of like that, and then get my sip, it's going to be a lot more comfortable if it was cold.
So I'll make us a lower basin for hand washing and cleaning things, and then we won't mess up our drinking source. And because this is a lower, see, we still got our flow, gravity working for us. You can see it cleaning out here. So any washing that goes on here will stay downstream of that. And then we'll have a slight outlet here. Keep it fresh. That's good. Now obviously if we were trying to remain hidden in the woods, we would not do this. This is obviously a sign that a human has been here. But for 4 or 5 guys in here doing the thing, this is going to be better. But normally by myself, I won't take the time to do this. I'll just get down, lap the water up, and drive on. So we dug us a basin and we dug out the source. You can see the flow. I think in 30 minutes to an hour, it'll be good and clear.
It'll clear up.
See, now you're liking those ferns, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're knocking them earlier.
Yeah.
Now you're liking them.
Actually, sometimes I like to lay down and drink.
Just lay on down.
Just the right temperature too.
Super good. You can't buy that in the store.
Shake it while you're down there.
I've had a couple complaints with them though, like the one pair squeaks every time you step. It's like click, click,
Click, click, click.
I've wore high-techs for years and years working in them.
Man, that's good.
Real good. That's some kind of fine.